Εκτίμησε ότι η Ελλάδα μπορεί να επιστρέψει στις αγορές μέσα στο 2017 ή τον επόμενο χρόνο, αν συνεχιστεί με επιτυχία το πρόγραμμα των μεταρρυθμίσεων, διατυπώνει ο Ρέγκλινγκ. Στην αποκλειστική συνέντευξη που παραχώρησε στο κεντρικό δελτίο ειδήσεων της ΕΡΤ1 και στη Ραλού Αλεξοπούλου, ο επικεφαλής του ESM μιλάει για τη συμμετοχή του Διεθνούς Νομισματικού Ταμείου, αλλά και τον ρόλο που μπορεί να διαδραματίσει μελλοντικά ο Ευρωπαϊκός Μηχανισμός Σταθερότητας.
Mr. Rέγκλινγκ, on 15th of June, the Eurogroup had an agreement about Greece. Are you satisfied with this agreement?
I think this is an important step. It's not the end of the program. As the chairman of the Eurogroup said, we have one more year to go together in the existing program, but this was the important step that was needed now. I don't know about the exact months, but I think late this year or early next year, it may well be possible to go back to the market if there's a clear commitment to continue with the agreed reform program, because markets look very carefully what's happening. Is there ownership of the program? Will the government continue to implement what has been agreed with the Eurogroup and the ESM? And if that is the case, then I think it makes sense to go to the markets. I don't think the IMF distinguishes in its policy approach between developing countries and more mature economies. So it is part of the toolkit of the IMF to have an agreement in principle when they are waiting for more precise statements from creditors about possible debt relief. So that's independent from the status of a country. And importantly, I think for the Greek population to understand, there is a long-term commitment from the Eurogroup to be ready to help more in the long term if there are unexpected developments that make life for the Greek economy difficult. I think this is a very valuable commitment that other countries don't have outside Europe. This shows the ongoing solidarity that the Eurogroup is showing vis-à-vis Greece in the past, now and in the future.
From the first rescue program in 2010 until now, we hear that Greece should take the ownership of the program. Could you please tell us what does this mean as simply as you can?
Yes, you're right. This is said very often, ownership, and I also think it's important to see this ownership. Ownership would mean that really everybody in the government, in the wider public, is supporting the program. And what we see sometimes until today that we work very well together with Finance Minister Tsakalotos, but some other ministers in the cabinet sometimes question measures that have been agreed, certain privatization measures, for instance, and that gives a signal to markets and to the wider European public. And then there's also the debate what to do with the ESM. Many people have argued that we should take on broader responsibilities, which I think may well happen. I think after the end of the current Greek program later next year, whenever we have a next crisis case, which I don't predict for the near future, we will probably do it without the IMF.
Πάμε τώρα